Hi guys, welcome back. Finally, I managed to get a HD camera and a tripod, so now I'll be able to do better videos. But I'm going to go through my 360 collection, which is probably a collection I wasn't really going to go through yet. As it's still being sold, there's plenty of games still coming out, but of course I'm going to probably do that later on. Might do a video at the end of the year about my 360 collection, but it's definitely a console I've been collecting for a long time, ever since I got it back when I was in school. So, as much as I love Xbox, the original, I also love the 360. Also, the games are a lot more affordable and stuff like that, so that's why I have more of them than my PS3, which is just like 5 games here. So, I'm going to start off with some games here, which are mainly games that don't fit over there. So, my setup's really poor, but I'm going to go through them anyway. So right here we see Bayonetta. This is a Climax Edition box. However, I did manage to get the pre-order bonus, which was the gun, as well. Like later on, I managed to get that on eBay a while ago for a very good price. I couldn't believe it. So it came with the box but no game, and I bought Bayonetta separately way before I found the box for this. But there was a weird story with this. I was going around game hunting with A9, which you should know from my other previous videos. We found this at a store, like the box still there, and we're thinking, okay, that's not very common. And the store was having a sale on 360 games, and we sort of thought, well, if the game separately is the same price, then this one should be. So we looked at the price tag and it was. So I thought about it, and so he went back to the store, because he wanted to buy a certain game as well. He went there and he went up to the counter with this, and he says, I want to get these. And they said that they don't have it. So they have the box, and they have the game, they don't have everything else that goes with it. So that was another delay that I could not get this copy. So eventually on eBay I did, so yeah. I know that's a full story, but it's definitely worth telling. Some games I've still got in packaging, but this is Tekken 6. Very difficult game to me. I can't even finish arcade mode. It's not that I'm bad at fighting games, but I just don't understand why it's so difficult. I know that Tekken's not really an easy fighting game ever since on PS1, but still, I don't know. So Perfect Dark Zero. I didn't play the Perfect Dark on 64, which I do own, but Perfect Dark Zero is a good game nonetheless, but for some reason it didn't sell too well. I don't think Rare should have left Nintendo, and I reckon if this was on the Wii, I reckon it would have sold a lot better. Here we have Sonic the Hedgehog, got it for $9, end of story. Wet. It's a good game, but yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit hard to really say. It's okay, it's a little bit difficult, but not too bad. But definitely worth picking up if you don't own it, that's for sure. It's a good platformer, so Perfect Dark Zero again. Velvet Assassin, probably not a really good game. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's a really stealth game. It's pretty much like a female Splinter Cell, so I guess that sort of sums it up pretty well. Cameo, a game that was recommended by a friend of mine. I haven't played it yet. I just haven't got around to it. Been really busy with other games, but it looks like a good game. He said it was sort of similar to Spyro or something like that, but I don't really know. N399 Nights. This is definitely a really good looking game. I remember buying this back in the day just because of the cover, like it looked really cool. And which it is, it's a really good game. But I'm still looking for the second one. The second one's pretty expensive still, so. Here's Dead or Alive Extreme 2. Definitely a game you buy for the graphics. And I have quite a few of those. If you've seen my previous collection videos on other consoles, but yeah. There's not really too much you can say about DOA Extreme 2, but a game you can talk about, Dead or Alive 4. Not as good as probably I'd say DOA Ultimate, or DOA 2. It's a little bit difficult near the end, but overall it's a great looking game, just like nearly every single DOA that's come out. And I'm really, really looking forward to DOA 5 that's coming out this year. A game that took me ages to find, from Roses Double X. It's a fairly rare game, and it's another game you buy for the graphics. But the gameplay isn't so bad. I play it now and then. It's a really good time passer, and yeah, it's a pretty good game. Like, I recommend you get it if you're into fighting games. I mean, it's wrestling, but there is a fighting mode, which is really weird. As a fan of Virtua Fighter series, as I am, Virtua Fighter 5 is definitely a game I bought when I first got the 360. It looks great. I played it online a little bit, and when I had the trial of Xbox Live, and I would say it's a pretty good fighter. Like, it's not as broken as Virtua Fighter 2 or Virtua Fighter 1. Yeah, it's pretty good. BlazBlue. This was BlazBlue, I don't know what people call it, but it's a good fighting game. It's a 2D anime fighter, but it's got HD graphics, so it looks really, really good on 1080p. If it supports 1080p, yes, it does. So definitely a game worth finding. If you can find a special edition out in the stores, which you can around Australia, but I actually bought 2 of those. But yeah, King of Fighters X, a really, really good game. I like KOF quite a bit. This isn't the best KOF there is out there, I would say. Most characters you're familiar with aren't in it, but yeah, it's a good game nonetheless. It's like worth picking up. Ridge Racer 6. I managed to find this from someone that was just happening to trade in games, and he was going to let the person behind the counter, which is the store owner, to get this off him for like $4. I offered him 10. It's worth around that much anyway, and they probably would have sold it for like $20. So I saved it, and it's not that bad condition. But it was a game I was looking for, and I couldn't find it in stores. So Sega Rally. It's actually a very nice looking game, great on 1080p, but the gameplay is sort of not as good as Sega Rally on Saturn or Dreamcast. Flat Out Ultimate Carnage. Again, I love Flat Out series, but still 2 is my favourite. This is good nonetheless. It's pretty much Flat Out 2 with bumped up graphics, as a lot of people say. It's great on Xbox Live if there's anyone playing, so I recommend you get it if you haven't got it. It's kind of uncommon in stores, but eBay it's flooded, so you won't have too much trouble finding that game. PGR 3. As sad as it is, Bizarre Creations have actually bit the dust, or pretty much Activision has kicked them in the ass. Definitely a game worth picking up if you love PGR, which I do. I've got every single PGR that's come out now, even on the original Xbox. PGR 4, which was really, really weird. I've got a really weird story with this. When I first bought the 360, maybe 2 weeks after I got it, I found this for like $9, and I've never seen it for $9 anywhere else, even on eBay. I don't know why, but anyway. My favourite PGR of the series. It looks great, it plays great. The physics are like awesome. I don't know, it's better than Gran Turismo to me, because they're not so realistic, and they're realistic. But this is probably a game that you love it or you hate it. So definitely worth picking up if you love racing games like me. But there is some downsides to current gen races, which I'll get to now. A game that I actually hate on 360, and I hate it with a passion, is Forza 2. A lot of people wonder why I hate it. It's mainly because the physics are good, but for some reason they feel the need to penalise you every time you cut a corner, which is understandable if you're on grass, but not when you cut across a tarmac corner and you slow down completely. To me, I reckon that's really, really stupid. It's unrealistic. I don't care even if it's meant to be a penalty. It doesn't make sense. It's okay online, but when you're playing single player and you're thinking of having a little bit of fun now and then, it stops you. So, to me personally, I would not recommend this game. And it looks weird too. The graphics aren't that great. I reckon PGR 4 looks way better. This is Mirror's Edge. The first game I got on 360. My favourite game on 360. Even on PC, I've got like 2 copies of it. I love this game so much. Definitely a game that didn't sell well, but it was a really, really fun game. And for some reason, my camera is picking up its face. Never mind. I would say that definitely worth picking up if you haven't got it. You can get a digital copy for $10, but you can get the actual copy for like the same price. So definitely worth picking up, and I can't recommend it even more. Everyone that knows me, and even my teacher's aware of this, I love Mirror's Edge. And just recently I got offered a beta, which is going to be really, really interesting once I get it. Wraps up my 360 collection. Of course, I've actually got two 360s, but one is dead, as we all know about the Red Ring of Death, but I will eventually get a dev unit of the 360, which I'm currently looking for and saving up for. To me, I reckon the 360 is my most favourite console of all time, apart from Nintendo 64, which I managed, talking about 64, I just managed to get a very, very rare version of a Nintendo 64, and I won't mention what it is yet until I actually get it here. I'll do an unboxing video of it and all. But anyway, I won't go off track too much. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Happy gaming.